Timing down here, you're going to have same thing, 10 to 15 and 50-minute Q&A. I have an introduction for Tyree. Tyree Johnson's been a Toastmaster since March 2001, a charter member of Toastmasters Leadership Club. He's recognized for his service leadership. He is honored with multiple awards while serving District 57 in numerous capacities. He finds the wisdom, energy, and passion generated by his fellow club members both invigorating and humbling. He strives to adhere to the words of Henry Bergson, who said, "Think like a man of action, act like a man of thought." As part of his current high-performance leadership program, Tyree has undertaken the newly developed role as D57 HPL Chair. Today, he will review his vision and share the elements of winning the commitment in support of the HPL program for District 57 leaders. Please welcome Tyree Johnson, District 57 HPL Chair, winning the commitment.
Thank you so much, Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, guests, and Sue, I hope you can hear me clearly.
I can hear you pretty well.
Great. So I'm going to recap what I gave in terms of sharing my vision and my mission back in March. So we're moving forward, but for a lot of you probably haven't heard this. And the first thing, Sue, I want to thank you for sharing your bar chart. Eddie and I have talked about this, and you'll see what my baseline is right now. Vision and values is 3.3. Support is 3.3. Direction is 4.5. Development 4. Persuasion 3.5. And appreciation 3. So I'll give those results when I complete this project. The vision that I have for this particular project is to make sure that I'm providing the direction and development for everyone in District 57's executive committee team to complete an HPL if they want to achieve their Distinguished Toastmaster Award. In particular, anyone who's part of what we call the DECM, the District Executive Committee meeting, should pursue this in the same term as their leadership. Forming my vision really came forward in integrating all the elements that I thought were important from the 6 dimensions of leadership. Your development of your team, the direction in which you're going to go, having the determination to get there. Sue captured it critically in saying that determination is going to be key. Supporting your team members gets you to become distinguished Toastmasters in the very end. What we also have is trying to make this vision into a win-win-win circumstance. I don't want to have any schisms between any of the stakeholders. First off is that the area governors or division governors who undertake this should look at this as being a guided pathway to success to earning their Distinguished Toastmaster Award. A major obstacle for anyone to achieve their Distinguished Toastmaster Award is completing the HPL, in which you are rewarded with the Leadership Excellence Award. It also becomes a winning situation for the district overall. Sue and Mary Versailles, who was our area governor of the year, who actually undertook this project, were both recognized as the outstanding area and division governors of the year to make this district a distinguished district throughout all of Toastmasters. And the last winning point is for this club, Toastmasters Leadership Club. I want this club to be recognized as the premier leadership development forum, not just in the district, but in all of the East Bay. The word needs to go out that excellence and expertise takes place here. And most importantly, we get to live into our mission. And I want to read that particularly for Sue. that the Toastmaster leadership mission statement is we develop and empower members to communicate and lead effectively in Toastmasters, in their personal and professional life, and in their community. Next slide. Winning the commitment. Winning the commitment is a process. In completing your high performance leadership program, it will be a process. It will involve planning, it will involve testing that plan, executing the plan, analyzing those results, giving feedback to all the stakeholders, and then going back to plan again for further success. In terms of winning the commitment, my first step is to identify all the stakeholders. If I want Toastmasters Leadership Club to be the premier leadership development forum in the East Bay, I need their buy-in. I need District 57's DECM buy-in. I need an action team, and I'm going to pass this out, Thomas, if you could, to serve as my guidance team. Several people on the guidance team are here, but you'll also notice names that will include the current District 57 leadership trio. The District Governor, Todd Henry, Lieutenant Governor of Education and Training, Terry McDonald, and the Lieutenant Governor of Marketing, who has been here and a former member, Steve Taddy. But there are several others, and I just want to add that I will be looking to add more qualified candidates. There's several other parts, please don't jump ahead, but I needed you to see that first part. In terms of having a success plan, it's going to consist of having several tools. One will be a timeline. Second will be checklists. You will see two of those things in the handout that I just gave to you. And the third thing that we witnessed today, and it shows some shortcomings, is conferencing technology. I believe the first time we had Sue on that it worked a lot better today, and it's much to Sue's credit and Eddie that made it happen in a way that was acceptable for the target audience and the stakeholders. Also recruiting a guidance team. A guidance team for anyone doing their high performance leadership program, including myself, helps me see above the clouds in my own vision. I used to live in Pacifica, and there was a time when I thought I discovered Atlantis. Reason being, I looked out 35 miles due west, and all the time on the horizon there were some clouds that covered up the Farallon Islands. And I say it was a good year and a half before there was perfect vision, a clear sky, that I saw these gigantic mountains rising out of the sea. So there are clouds in your vision that you don't realize can impede the greater vision that we want to undertake. Having an action team, and you'll see that action team is listed, that is persuading people to take on the high performance leadership program. And I was hoping more of them would be here. Thank you, Savitha, for being here today. And I think critical to all success, but particularly in Toastmasters and in leadership, is coming up with developmental feedback. Constructive feedback, evaluations, whatever you want to call it, we want something to build on and to continue to have building steps towards success. So in terms of winning the commitment, there are something I think that is critical for involving everyone in this process, including all the stakeholders. District 57 needs to provide year-round support to all of its leaders. It cannot just be a one-shot deal at a 4-hour meeting in June for area and division governor training. It cannot simply consist of coming to a DECA meeting once a month and getting spoon-fed information. There is a significant schism between theory and practice. And as Sue mentioned, one shoe does not fit all, not in terms of advice or in leadership style or necessarily in the efforts to become successful. I also think that we need to look at this as a way of building an infrastructure of success and support. I say that because I asked Sue specifically, I know Mary did too, thank this club for giving her some expertise in becoming more successful than they may have ever imagined. I want that to be a best practice for Toastmasters in District 57. And in doing so, we wind up coaching our future. When you coach others, you develop your own expertise as well as instill confidence in the next set of leaders coming forward. So it continues to pay itself forward in terms of investing what you know, encouraging others to grow. And lastly, to set a bar of excellence in performing a high-performance leadership program. Eddie Cater and I think Gene may concur, we have rolled our eyes more than once in hearing some high-performance leadership programs that people have undertook that did not quite meet a level of high impact to whatever community they were going to serve. So as HPL chair, I wanted to be able to at least give some essence to making sure that was going to happen. Have a high expectation of excellence. If you shoot for the stars, you may fall short, but land on the moon. And with that, I'm opening it up for questions and answers, and starting off with Eddie Cater.
Sure. Tyree, number 6 here, you said recruit a successor by June, but the vetting and the applications start back in March. Why so late June, recruit a successor? Why so late?
But I would say that they need to be identified and committed by June.
Okay.
So if that's something I need to make sure, clarify, I will. Sophie, I'm going to please ask you to stand.
Yeah. Number 7 says, if not a current member must present phases 1 to 5 to TLC. So are we saying that if you're a member of TLC, you don't need to do that?
No, well, that would be very short-sighted of you if you were to choose that option. But we are looking to say that we're encouraging people to participate. So I would think that if you didn't participate here, then you would be saying you didn't need our expertise.
Okay. So it's not like a mandated thing that we should present here, but it's good to present.
Right, but I am saying if you're not a member, I'm asking, yes.
Okay. Thank
Highly
you.
encouraged. I don't want to make it seem like I'm racketeering, but.
Thank you.
Right, I plead fifth. Any other questions? Jean?
Tyree, this project number 3 is on direction and persuasion, the dimensions of those, and utilization of those. I firmly advocate your expectation of training year-round. One of the things that I felt as a division governor was lacking was we wait till the last second to provide AG training. And so my question is, throughout the year, will you continue to provide parts of the AG training, either through DECMs or conferences or TLI or all the above?
That's a good question. I hadn't necessarily put that into the ingredients of my pot. What I'm looking for people to grow as if you take on this project is getting that from your guidance team. So I think it was much more personalized for Sue and Mary if they got that there. Now, if I were to undertake this and present it at a DECM, I would still want people participating in this project because you have to have a conference call or some other meeting with that smaller guidance team who will give you the specific action points and directions that you need. So
your training is advocating just for the individual's HPL project rather than AG training, DG training, area governor, division governor training throughout the year?
Right. Simply because I just asked to attend that training and make the proposal, make the offer to anyone who was there if they wanted to participate. This is not a mandatory project, but it is a stretch if you're going to serve on a deck. Yeah.
Just to piggyback it, because what I'm hearing, for me, the HPL was important because it provided additional roadmap that a success plan does not. But the success plan has to go hand in hand with the HPL. Would you agree?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Go on.
So what I'm seeing here as an education module is not just here's the program, the high performance and the expectations. The idea and the methodology behind the HPL is to take this and make it a bigger impact instead of just mediocre or minimum performance metrics.
Right. And you'll notice that the success plan is a requirement for completing this particular project. It is a requirement
For AGs and DGs.
for AGs and DGs.
Area governors, division governors.
Sorry. Yes, Alice.
Tyree, you have some very specific visions that I really understood. I'm not sure because I don't have enough history of Toastmasters, that I understood where you're coming from to where you want this vision to be. What was the level or problem that your vision is accomplishing?
Alice, that's a really good question, Allison, because my journey comes from being a Toastmaster back in 2001, where I just slipped into a club and had no clue what was going on, and just felt like whatever was happening was in that small universe. I was encouraged by others to take on leadership, and as I took on leadership and went down that path as an area governor who failed to do his first contest, still became distinguished. As a division governor who charted my first club, but still didn't realize the importance of following up and having mentors and sponsors for that club to be an ongoing success. To become a district governor who all of a sudden had an impact over thousands of Toastmasters here in the East Bay, and realizing that 12 months was not enough time for me to make the impact that I would like. So I wanted to set up an infrastructure now that exceeds any one person or a group of people serving this district. This district is an ongoing living organism that has cells that I won't necessarily die off, but move on. And we have to get new living bodies and energy in its place. And what better way than for people to know that they're stepping up into a vision and an organization that has a mission to become successful in the way that it's being presented, that there's a framework of support and development. And lastly, what I wish Sue had mentioned, appreciate those efforts.
Yeah, I'm not really clear on what you're driving at. I know a lot of this, of course, I know this background. But are you got here about, we're talking about area division governors just them, or are we talking about anyone that does an HPL?
No, well, this particular project is supporting the HPL for area and division governors.
Okay.
That's what this criteria is for. So that's what I'm going to be reporting on moving forward. Anyone else who has one will be vetted. I'm going to encourage them to participate at Toastmasters Leadership Program, but it, again, it's not mandatory. Only way I can really do this is for people to say they want to make sure that their time, they leverage their time and have it pay off. If you say you're going to be an area governor for 12 months, why not have it pay off for you to also get your Leadership Excellence Award and invest in your future, in the district's future? Does that make sense?
Yeah, you're kind of holding it down to direct it.
Right, but I am the HPL chair for everyone else, and I will give suggestions, and I'm hoping people will come to this club to get feedback on any other HPLs.
Okay.
Just know, you guys, if you don't know by now, I am holding people to a higher standard of success and commitment to get it done. Sue, do you have any questions?
I don't think you've asked me, but I do want to say great presentation. I really appreciate it.
Okay, I'll send you the slides.
All right.
Hearing, no, I wish Randy, I'm glad Randy Ellington is here. He's one of persons on my action team, and Savitha as well, who will be participating. I look forward to getting their feedback as well. But hearing no other questions, I will give control of the meeting to our Toastmasters master.
Okay, please set the clock.